everybody, welcome back. So, as most of you probably know, I started a website with the help of Charlie over at ProTech. I forgot my ProTech paper. Let me grab one. Charlie over at ProTech, he and I talked and thought it was a great idea. So I became a dealer of the ProTech line of parts. And also, because of me having a website, it opened up an opportunity for me to offer some other things. And outside of the ProTech, I thought I would try to 3D print some things and try to sell them. And so far, I'm going to show you what I've got. And I've designed none of these things. I've got Miguel over at Hobbyworks designed these engines and a couple of the carburetors and a set of tires, and he's got other things I just haven't got with him lately. He's had some sickness in his family he's been dealing with, so I haven't worked with him much lately. But anyway, what I've got so far, and I've worked with some other people, the engines right now, and I know most of you guys are Ford haters. Ha ha ha. I don't know if you are or not. Actually, I don't think a lot of you are Ford haters, because I get a lot of comments like, go Ford, go Blue Oval, you know. So anyway, right now, I've only got 3 Ford engines, I think, on there. Hold on. 2. I've actually got this one I haven't listed yet. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I got. And if you hadn't gone over to mcvproducts.net, go over to check it out and see the stuff that I have. But first, I actually built this one for the display model. This is the 460 carbureted version, and it's got a little pin on the bottom I did just so it would stand on its own. It's got the C6 automatic transmission. All this was designed by Miguel over at Hobbyworks. Got the Ford valve covers, the finned Ford valve covers. This thing is so sweet. It's got a Dominator like 1050 or something like that on it, and yeah, what a cool engine. It builds up so nice too. It really, I didn't do any cleanup on this one. I just actually popped the parts off, and if there were some rough parts like on the flat surfaces I needed to clean, like on the heads or the valve covers, that's all I cleaned. So nothing else was cleaned. This was just for a display engine, and I did super glue it together. This particular one here is right here, and it comes with the Tremec, I think Tremec 6-speed or the C6 breather, your intake heads, cylinder head, everything obviously that you just saw, except the Tremec right there. Also, you get both transmissions with this one. So that's pretty cool. 460 or whatever size you want to call it, 514, 572. I don't know. Really, honestly, I think that's kind of irrelevant for us model guys, because I mean, this physically looks like a 572 Ford or 540. No, 540 is usually Chevrolet. But anyway, you call it whatever you want. But it's based off the 460 429. So that's what it is. And it is spot on. I wish I could get zoomed in on the cylinder heads and stuff like that. He did such a wonderful job on it. It does have a General Motors style distributor, because that is a good piece of machinery that the General Motor engine has, or is that with the coil pack on top of it. I like it. That way you don't have to run a coil wire. Yeah. So we got that engine right there. It's listed. Got the, I don't have one of these built up right now, but the supercharged version. If you go on the website, you'll see that I have a supercharged version of Miguel's design work, but it has, the one on the website shows zoomies. And this one has down tube headers, and there was something different. Also, it had a Tremec, and this has a C6, which I can do a Tremec. It doesn't matter. But anyway, there's that one with the blower hat. Has an external oil pump where the regular 460 doesn't. And all your little small parts are down there. The external oil pump. See, it's got 2 little lines that comes out of it, so it would be an external filtering system. But anyway, that is pretty cool. There's a blower belt. And the valve covers on this are more of a machined aluminum type valve cover. They don't have the fins. Again, that's no problem if you were to say, hey Matthew, can I get one with the Ford valve covers? Yeah, no problem at all. But anyway, that's the way this comes, the supercharged version, and it is cool. And then I have the twin carbureted supercharged version. So it's everything that one had, except this one has your 2 4-barrels for carburetors instead of fuel injection. So it's basically the same engine with the down tube headers and carburetors. So that's that. So that's the engines for now. Something that I just recently came up with, and it looks kind of wonky the way it's on. I need to separate them better. But these are AN fittings. So the designer of these said if you just spray them with some, like it's got 3 different sizes. And again, if you go on the website, it's got the size, I think 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter, and 1 millimeter, or 0.6, 0.8, and 1 millimeter. But it's got all different variations of these fittings. It's got the, so these you could use them in all different ways. Really tiny ones. It's got all the nuts and all that. But anyway, what I was saying is you could spray these with some silver paint and then clear red or clear blue, or just spray them with red and blue, whatever floats your boat, I guess. But to give them that finish. But yeah, that's a whole set. It's like 205 pieces in this, and I've got to design it where I don't have them all stuck together. It's ridiculous the way I have to try and get them off the build plate, but I need to separate them a little bit better. But anyway, regardless of the fact, it's like 205 pieces right there, and that's AN fittings, or quote unquote AN fittings. That's what they're to replicate. And I got a couple sets of wheels. These are Miguel's design. These are Dodge Viper wheels and tires, and but they look cool as can be. I had them on this Chevy 2 right here for display. Oops. And I thought they looked so cool. They're nice and wide right there. But yeah, they looked really, really nice up under there, regardless if they're for a Viper or not. I think they're cool wheels. They're just 2 pieces. It's one single inside piece and the tire. So the fronts are a little bit more narrow than the rears. These prints they failed me just a little bit, so you won't be getting these. But anyway, they're a little more narrow for the front. But those are nice. And then another set of wheels that I just printed, and these are cool. These are out of focus is what they are. Mickey Thompson ET Street. It's a 3 or 4 piece. It's a nice ET Street tire, but the 3 or 4 piece wheel, it's got this bead lock, that's separate, and then it's got the inner where the lug nuts are, that's separate. And then yeah, so I think it's 4 pieces that goes inside there. I have them all on the website laid out how they are. But yeah, cool tread pattern. I made a mistake, and here's the fronts right here. And if you had micro vision around the edge of the wheel, it says like weld or something like that, forged, I forget what it says, but you can't even see it, it's so small. But anyway, I made a mistake when I built my 40 Ford for the first USAC build. I put slicks on it, and I didn't realize it, but like your Pro Street classes and things like that, I didn't know that you actually had to have, most of those classes require you to have treaded tires, and unfortunately those are slicks. So I need to try and find another set that I can put on there, and these would be great. They're not quite big enough, but they are definitely an ET Street treaded tire. Anyway, that's those. And then I've got a little selection of oil filters right here. Matthew, you've gone from a build channel to an advertising channel. Well, I want you guys to see what I got. There's your oil filters. That's how that would come. So there's, if you can see the detail on them, I'm not sure, but anyway, it's got the little hand grips, and some of them have the nut on the end, and then these are shorter. But anyway, those come just like that. And carburetors. I think the carburetors are the coolest thing that I've made so far. And when you make this stuff, it's like, wow, I made that, which I really didn't make it, but you know what I mean, sort of. So this is the Holley Sniper. I think this is like a, let me stick it on that little stick I have. Holley Sniper. I think it's like an 850 or something like that, 800. So there we go. Holley Sniper. I didn't know one existed, but anyway, there's your Holley Sniper. And these actually have, and you, like I say, you have to have micro, like a magnifying glass, but they'll say somewhere in there Holley. Those are cool. So that's your sniper. And then I have, okay, here's two that Miguel designed over at Hobbyworks. This is the classic Dominator 1050 with the choke. So here's the classic Dominator 1050, and it has the chokes on the secondaries or the primaries. I don't know if those are primaries or secondaries, but anyway, it's got the chokes on them, so that's cool. And I'll get these all mixed up if I'm not careful. Holley Street 650. This is pretty cool. They're all cool. I'll say that over and over. But Holley Street 650, and it has the I guess that's the accelerator pump linkage right there. I wish this would focus better, or maybe it's me not focusing my eyeballs. Anyway, that's the Holley Street 650 carburetor. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna stop saying it. Sorry. I'll say it on the next one. Watch me. Holley double pumper. I think this is 700 again. I mean, it's not going to crank and run, but to try and get some accurate details, this is the Holley double pumper, and it's got the choke, and it's got linkages and all that stuff on the side of it. That's nice. But yeah, it's got the closed choke. Holley double pumper. 700 or 750. Where did I get that one from? 700, that's what it says on the back here. And got the Demon. I know I've seen these in real life. These are cool. But the Holley Demon. These carburetors I'm showing you, I have not cleaned up. I just took them straight off of the, whatever you call it, the tree. Or the sprue, the 3D sprue. But this is the Demon. Right there. And it does say Demon. I'll never get it to focus on that, but anyway, right on the end, like the real Demon carburetor, it says Demon. So that's, let me change the word up. That's really neat. So the Demon, and then here is Dominator 850. The Dominator 850. Got to have plenty of fuel going to it. You know what I mean? Can't have no little 700. Got to have the 850 Dominator. There's that one. Those are just so... It's amazing what a 3D printer can do. Like looking down the little Venturis. And one of these, yeah, this one actually, not all of them, but a couple of them you can see all the way through. And the bottom would have to be cleaned up because that's where it's attached. All the supports attached to the bottom, so you have to clean that up if you wanted to show the bottom of it. And here's one that's probably not going to be the most popular, but I thought it was neat anyway. And it's an Autolite. This one's still got a piece of the support stuck to it. Oh well. Autolite 4100. I guess that's a Ford carburetor, as far as I can tell. Autolite 4100. It's got the accelerator pump linkage right there. Got the choke closed on it. Autolite 4100, and I think it's like a 600 CFM carburetor. And then it looks like last but not least is the Miguel over at Hobbyworks designed Holley Ultra Dominator 1050. So if you got a big bad Pro Street Pro Stock or something, you got to have plenty of fuel. That's the Ultra Dominator 1050, and that's Miguel over at Hobbyworks. That's his design there. So that's a cool carburetor too. So that's what I got now. If you have any ideas, shoot them over to me, and I'll see if I can't figure out some more stuff. But I mean, I'm kind of pressed for time as it is, so I'm trying to get a couple of designs or so here and there and try to keep adding to it. Again, that's that 466. Got the external fuel pump and all that stuff, separate parts. External fuel pump. The water pump is separate from the timing chain cover. Alternator has a lot of nice detail, and the headers are just awesome. And the way he designed the cylinder heads, it's just spot on. I got a set of 460 heads out here in my shop, and I looked at them, and man, he was spot on with it. I don't know where he got his which I sent him a bunch of pictures when he did design this, and I don't know how many of those he used, but I tried to get him plenty of pictures so he could have some reference. But anyway, that's what I got. And hey, you guys, go over and check it out, mcvproducts.net. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, ran out of memory. I do that often, and with my own memory. Anyway, don't forget to go check it out, mcvproducts.net. It'll be linked in the description below, and see what and all I've got on there. And again, don't forget to go over if you want some of those cool ProTech parts. I'm out of a few things, but trying to keep up. But anyway, Ellie's having a fun time packing orders, and yeah, it's all good. Thank you guys for your support and everything that you do for my channel and now for this business. And I'm trying to keep the videos coming. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for all you do. Don't forget, as always, not only my website, but you go over and check out hobbynutmodels.com and check out everything that Mark has over there. He's got everything that you can imagine for a model build. If you want to build a plane or a tank or anything like that, he's got the armor, he's got all the paints, he's got the automobile kits and all the fun stuff. Go over there, check it out, hobbynutmodels.com. As always, linked in the description of every video. And thank you to my Patreon members. You guys are great. And we'll talk to you all very soon. We'll see you. Take care.